Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Today we're going to be getting a channeled message for the collective. This is a general read. Sometimes I do this off camera, sometimes I do it beforehand. Carnelian there. With this incense, it cleanses space. Cleanses space of any negative energies, any energies with ill intent, anything untoward, anything that does not belong, anything that does not serve my higher purpose, or that of God's will to serve for the greater good. Let's get some of these. Incense wafted around a little bit. I feel the energies this morning are still like really chaotic. I feel like collective, well, your energies feel just like happy and calm and collected. There are all these energies that are swirling around that are just like running around like chickens with their heads cut off, squawking with no mouths, souls without a body. Okay, so we're going to start with the oracle cards and spirit animal cards to get collective's general energies they're either dealing with or embodying. This can be past, present, or future. So if this read resonates with you at whatever point you are watching it, it's for you. One more, okay. Holy Spirit, can you please get a card or a number of cards to represent collective's energies they are either embodying or are dealing with? Holy Spirit, can we please get a card or number of cards to represent collective's current energies they are either embodying or are dealing with? Holy Spirit, can we please get a card or a number of cards to represent collective's... Oh, that's too many. Far too many. Okay. Can we please get a smaller number of cards, Holy Spirit? Can we please get a card or number of cards in a reasonable quantity to represent collective's energies they are embodying or are dealing with? Holy Spirit, can we please get a card or number Magician, the Fire Goddess, the Violet Lady. Okay. Okay, I'm being told no. This is not right. Okay. I'm just supposed to look at the Magician. Okay. Thank you so much for the correction. So the Magician is present, you guys. Holy Spirit, can we please get a card? Peace. Okay, thank you. The Hermit, the Sun, and the Wolf. Okay, so we have two. Thank you so much, Holy Spirit. We have two from the tarot and one animal spirit. This can be an energy that the collective is also embodying, or this can be an energy of an animal spirit, an animal protector, an animal guide. Okay. One second, you guys. Okay, but we do have pictures to correspond here. So I would take the presence of the Magician to mean that there is magic afoot. This is a picture for the wolf, spirit animal. This is the picture for the sun. Beautiful star. Giver of life. Illumination. And then we have the hermit. This is the picture I chose for the hermit. Okay. I don't know why I didn't put that out. The hermit. Okay. I put that one back like it wasn't going to go out. I don't know what's going on this morning. Okay. The wolf energy. The wolf energies can be dualistic, as in the nature of man, carnal desires, if a man or a woman, if man as in mankind, a human, okay, is embodying the energies of the wolf. This can denote unchecked carnal desires. This can denote predatory behaviors, okay? The wolf as a spirit guide is entirely opposite. The wolf as a spirit guide is trustworthy, loyal. They're your companion for life, okay? They're all about teamwork. They're a wonderful guardian animal, guardian spirit, okay? The sun is all about illumination. The sun is the giver of life. The sun can stand for success, self-expression. And then we have the hermit. The hermit is about introspection. The energies of the hermit look within. They look to their higher power for knowledge and insight, and then they use the knowledge and insight gained in order to make choices in their lives with an informed mind. Okay? The hermit is an energy who will seek advice from within as a last resort. The hermit is a solitary, alone figure. Okay, but the hermit overall speaks of introspection. The negative aspects of the hermit can be someone who is isolating themselves. Okay. Thank you for that, Holy Spirit. Can we get some clarifiers so we can understand a little more clearly these energies on the mirror? I'd like to understand if the wolf is a representation of a spirit animal energy present. I'd like to understand if the sun stands for illumination, if the sun stands for self-expression, perhaps, if the sun is here to give life to new ideas, maybe. Can we get a clarifier for the hermit, maybe? Can we understand perhaps if the hermit is being introspective, if the hermit is seeking higher power within, if the hermit is making informed decisions in their life? Can we understand perhaps if the sun is illuminating the hermit's disposition as an isolation tactic? Can we understand perhaps the energies of the wolf? Are we dealing with humans behaving in a predatory manner? Are we dealing with humans who embody the energies of the wolf and are behaving in manners that have unchecked carnal desires? Or are we dealing with an animal spirit who is trustworthy? Is the sun here to illuminate situations in people's lives right now? Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, can we please get some clarifiers for any of these energies out on the board? Holy Spirit, can we please get a clarifier for any of these energies? Thank you. Holy Spirit, can we please get another clarifier? Thank you. Thank you so much, Holy Spirit. Okay. This. This. Here. Yes. Okay. Thank you. We have the Ten of Wands inverted. We have the Nine of Pentacles inverted. We have the Three of Swords inverted. Nine of Cups inverted. The Ten of Pentacles inverted. Okay. And the Ace of Cups over here. So, the Ace of Cups in the upright speaks of new beginnings of either friendship or romance, full love of self and full love of others. But the Ace of Cups overall speaks of new things, okay? The Ten of Wands inverted would speak of putting down your burdens, ending your debt perhaps. This can be putting down a burden that you have either placed on yourself, or this can be putting down a burden that has been placed on you by society, as in a societal construct. This can be an ending to a debt that you have paid, either financially or perhaps a debt to society, as in someone getting out of prison, perhaps. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which in the upright, the Nine of Pentacles speaks of a self-sufficient, independent person within the earthly realm, but in the inverted, this speaks of someone who is not self-sufficient and is actually codependent at the moment. Okay? So the Three of Swords in the upright speaks of heartache, okay? But inverted, it speaks of divisions. So the Sun is here illuminating the divisions in our life, okay? The Three of Swords inverted can also speak of coming out of heartache, okay? Heartache can happen for many different reasons, right? Heartache can happen when we are disillusioned to situations that become illuminated in our life. We can be coming out of a situation where we were having heartache because of situations that we either found ourselves in, you know, whether by means of our own choices that we've made, or the people that we have allowed to influence our life in one way or another. And those would also be divisions, okay? People can cause divisions in our life pretty easily when we allow third parties to interfere in our lives, okay? Then we have the Nine of Cups inverted. The Nine of Cups speaks of wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups in the upright speaks of wish fulfillment. So the Nine of Cups inverted to me would say that we're not getting our wishes fulfilled, okay? The Magician being present overall at the bottom of the Oracle and Major Arcana cards would speak to me, as I said before, of magic being present. So perhaps the magic is sort of being used in a negative way. So when we are not wishing positive things for ourselves and others, we do not receive positive things for ourselves and others. Because what you put out into the universe is what you receive back. So if you are hoping and praying for someone's downfall, that person's downfall, while it might happen, is probably due to their own behaviors and actions and choices that they have made and are not actually reflective of your wishes. Because the universe does not grant wishes based on negativity, okay? Except for being reciprocal and giving you your own wishes back. So just keep that in mind, okay? And then the Ten of Pentacles, which is in the upright, it can speak of spiritual wealth and inheritance. It can speak of traditions, okay? This is like the familial abundance card. So this can speak of a lack of spiritual wealth, as in feeling spiritually empty, right? Feeling spiritually bankrupt. Inverted, I mean. So the way that it's laid out on the mirror right now. This would tell me that these energies are feeling spiritually bankrupt. Perhaps they have lost a physical inheritance here on the earthly realm, as in monies. This can be the loss of a house that was expected. This can be the loss of a financial inheritance that was expected. Something having to do with like familial wealth, an inheritance of some sort, right? This is the loss of that, okay? This is the loss of traditions, as in spiritually bankrupt. That would be a loss of a spiritual tradition. If you expected, as let's say like the first son, to inherit the home, to inherit the family business or something like that, and you found yourself in a situation where you were listening to third parties, perhaps, who landed you in situations where, maybe you made choices that were negative and then you ended up in prison instead, right? That sort of thing might kick you out of the lineup for something like an inheritance here on the physical, like, the family business didn't come to you. The homestead did not come to you. Something like that. That's what I'm seeing here, okay? And the Nine of Cups inverted speaks of a lack of familial support, right? A lack of emotional fulfillment, a lack of wishes being granted. Okay, you guys. What I'm seeing here on the mirror so far is the reality of a new beginning. This is a new beginning of self-love, perhaps, because right now what you're in is the hermiting mode. Okay, so you're being introspective, you're being honest with yourself. Okay, the sun is here to illuminate the reality of your situation, the reality of your life. Okay, again, this can be past, present, future. It doesn't have to be current energy. But what I'm seeing here is an energy who made decisions that were predatory, an energy who thought perhaps that they could use gifts that were given to them spiritually to do negative things in the world, okay? Perhaps somebody who used their finances that were available through the family to do negative things. This would put burdens on your life. If you have third parties who are causing division, such as family members or friends that you were listening to who led you down the wrong path, it looks like to me, what I'm seeing here is you either had debt that you put down, you had burdens that you put down due to this, you had a debt to society that you had to pay, perhaps in an isolation situation. This can be self-isolation, as in the hermit. This can be prison, jail, something like that. So it can be a prison of the mind. It can be a prison here on the physical, as in you received a jail sentence, a prison sentence for crimes committed, okay? All of those things can be true. And coming out of this situation where you have paid your debt to society now, okay? You have put that down. So again, this can be past, present, future. You can be looking at going into prison due to choices that you have made in your life, okay? You can be look at coming out of prison because you are done paying your debt to society. You can put this burden down, right? The sun is here to illuminate the situation that the third parties that you listen to, the friends you thought perhaps were friends but were your enemies, or perhaps family members that you listened to and you should not have listened to, okay? Because they were sowing discord in your life. So the Ace of Cups is here to offer you the new beginnings in life, okay? The new beginning in life mixed with putting down the debt and the codependence. I'm just seeing here someone getting out of jail. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm just going to be totally honest. Someone getting out of jail. They're done paying their debt to society. Now they are hermiting themselves away. Okay? They are being introspective. They're making better choices for themselves. Although they are finding themselves spiritually bankrupt because perhaps the things that they thought were true previously led them down the wrong path, the path to prison, the path to jail, as opposed to the path to success and victory, or whatever it was that they had an idea that they were going to achieve with this these choices in their life, or whatever idea that these third parties were putting in their head. Okay, the poison being dripped into their ear that they listened to instead of spitting back out for the poison it was. Okay, they are realizing this, and they're feeling a lack of emotional stability. They are feeling a lack of familial support. That's why I'm sort of seeing that this is a familial situation. Perhaps somebody who is currently in jail is sitting in an introspective position, and the sun is here to illuminate the reality of the situation that you find yourself in, okay? Or this can be somebody who is coming to the realization that what they thought was going to happen in their lives as far as their family is concerned, perhaps they thought that they were going to receive an inheritance due to their position in their family. And the reality is they're not going to receive that inheritance, or they have already had the situation illuminated to them that they are not going to receive that inheritance. Perhaps because of the choices that they made previously. Perhaps because of the situation where they did jail time. And this might have tarnished the family name or something like that. Perhaps the situation you're currently looking at of going into jail is going to tarnish the family name, and for that you're being put out of the will. For that, this is a division in your life, perhaps. So there's a lot of different situations that could be true. Again, either past, present, or future here. So let's take a look at the personality trait cards. So these are the cards that basically give some more specific personality traits to either your energy collective or the energy of the people you're dealing with, the energies of the people who are involved in your life, the energies of the people who are involving themselves in your life, the people you have dealt with, people you're currently dealing with. These cards are much fewer, and they're a lot thinner, so they're harder for me to shuffle here. I'm trying to shuffle them up real good so they don't get mixed up here. Holy Spirit, can we please get a card or a number of cards here? Okay, we're just going to split the deck again. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay, we have a couple of the personality traits that were already out on the mirror yesterday, and we have a couple that were not. Okay, so we have human or nymph, and head in the clouds, this is the one for human or nymph here. You can see it's in frame. This is the one for whatever. This is a blasé sort of attitude, an unbothered sort of attitude. And then we have the juicy hugs. And this is the one for the juicy hugs. Okay, this represents prioritizing self-care, prioritizing self-maintenance, giving yourself a hug. Okay, Whatever represents having a blasé attitude, being unbothered. Head in the clouds represents someone who is either a vivid dreamer, a daydreamer, somebody who dreams about the things that they want in life, okay? And then human or nymph is someone who enjoys the nightlife, someone who likes the more tactile things in life. They might be particularly drawn to electronics, neon signs, sitting up at night watching the computer, going out at night, and being out under the artificial lights, basically. So this can be, you know, like partying in a club with the blacklight type atmosphere. This can be, like I said, sitting up at night in front of the computer with that sort of artificial light. Also, the human or nymph personality trait is about a duality of man again. So we have the wolf here with the carnal desires, and then we have the human or nymph here, speaking of carnal desires as well. The head in the clouds can be a personality trait that lends someone moreover into unrealistic situations because they're always dreaming about things. A pillow princess. Again, this doesn't have to be a feminine, okay? This is just because I'm a feminine. I channeled these to sort of reflect personality traits that are divine feminine, okay? That's why these short form phrases that are on the cards sometimes skew more feminine, okay? So I'm not trying to put myself into the read for this stuff, but because I am a feminine and I hold the sacred feminine energy, this is something that plays out. But again, masculines can hold feminine energies, females can hold masculine energy. So this is about energy, okay? So the personality trait for human or nymph, neon moon, the nightlife, and life by starlight, okay? So again, this just speaks of carnal desires, being up at night, someone who enjoys being someone who enjoys seeing others and being seen. This can be someone who is on stage, perhaps. The nightlife sort of stage, like a dancer or something like that. Someone who enjoys seeing dancers. This can be someone who enjoys being out at like clubs and stuff like that. This can be gentlemen's clubs. This can be, you know, just dance hall clubs. Somewhere where there's music, somewhere where there are artificial lights. And then the head in the clouds personality traits. Visions of sugar plums. So it's like sweet dreams, right? Cotton candy clouds, which is sort of unrealistic expectations of life. And the pillow princess, which is somebody who, you know, like I said, you don't have to be in bed to be dreaming, okay? The pillow princess speaks of someone who always has their head in the clouds, someone who envisions the life they want, and can sometimes be unrealistic, okay? And then the whatever personality trait is an unbothered energy, a blasé attitude. They are nonchalant and can come off as indifferent. Indifferent to the choices that they have made, indifferent to the effect that the choices they make can have on others, indifferent to their personality traits having an effect on others as well. And then the juicy hugs personality trait is all about prioritizing self-care, self-love, self-respect, and me time. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily speak of someone who is selfish, okay? Prioritizing me time and prioritizing self-care is not a selfish behavior in a negative light. It doesn't necessarily have to be. It can be if it is not done in moderation. But prioritizing me time over, time spent pouring love into others when you don't have enough love for yourself, that can be the opposite end of that moderation spectrum, right? So everything has to be done in moderation. And this energy speaks of a personality trait who prioritizes themselves and their needs and their wants over others' needs and others' wants. Okay? So what this looks like here is collective and energy that you are either embodying yourself or an energy that you are dealing with. As I have said before about the new beginning that is happening currently or is soon to be happening, this can be past, present, future energies, okay? You are or were previously, or someone you are dealing with, or were dealing with, or are going to be dealing with. Putting down the burdens, having paid your debts. You are a little codependent because of being at a complete financial loss and a complete lack of familial support, okay? The sun is here to illuminate the reality of your situation, which is that things that you perhaps were expecting in your life were actually causing divisions in your life, okay? This can be divisions in family. This can be divisions between the reality of your situation and what you're expecting out of your situation. And then this I would take to mean collective, that you are or were or are going to be hermiting yourself away. You're prioritizing yourself here with the me time. You're prioritizing self-care, being introspective, making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Perhaps you were previously or are currently looking at a carryover, or this can be an energy that you're dealing with, somebody who is behaving in a blasé attitude toward your situation, or perhaps you were previously behaving in an unbothered, blasé, careless sort of attitude towards your situation, or as I've said, somebody who was behaving this way towards you, okay? Somebody who had a little bit of unrealistic expectations because their head was always in the clouds, okay? And somebody who enjoys the nightlife. Somebody who enjoys being out a lot at night, under the stars and under artificial light, or up at night in front of artificial light such as a computer screen. Okay? So again, this can be energies that you are embodying or energies that someone you are dealing with are embodying, past, present, or future. So this is a very interesting spread so far. Let's see. Let's see what the Linda deck has to say. I would like to know a little bit more about these personality traits. And these can be several energies, you guys. You can identify with the hermit, where you are focusing on yourself, and you can be dealing with people who are behaving in predatory behaviors. And the sun can be here illuminating the fact that that is a situation that you might have to be dealing with now in the future. It could have been illuminating a situation you're dealing with in the past. The Ace of Cups could be here to herald new beginnings in life for that energy. It can be here to herald new beginnings in your life, collective. These can be 4 entirely separate personality traits for 4 entirely separate people. This can be personality traits of all one person. These can be several energies, okay? So please don't mistake. The Magician showed up again with the Ace of Swords, you guys. Magic is present and the truth is here. The truth is happening. We're speaking the truth right now. However this resonates with you, that's how you take it. If you are identifying as someone who loves to be up at night, someone who loves to daydream, but you're not, you know, the idea of being a blasé, nonchalant, behavioral person is not resonating with you, then that's not your energy, you know? Take what you resonate with, okay? Don't try to make it fit, and don't try to buck against it if it is not fitting. All right? Temperance and the Ace of Swords, present when I cut the deck. Temperance is an angel card, speaks of balance, speaks of moderation, and the Ace of Swords is about the truth. Okay, the Ace of Swords heralds the truth. The truth is present. The Empress and the Ace of Swords is present when I cut the deck. So there's magic afoot. The Ace of Swords again, you guys. The Ace of Swords is like, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. The truth is here, the truth is here. Okay, let's see. Holy Spirit, can we please get a clarifier for any of these energies? Holy Spirit, can we please understand a little more clearly some of these energies that are on the mirror? Can we please understand a little more clearly for collective who and what energies these personality traits perhaps are reflecting? Can we understand? Thank you so much. Holy Spirit, can we please get some more clarifiers for any of these energies out on the mirror? Oh, okay. Thank you. All of these? Okay. Oh, that's so many. Okay. 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 So I said, okay, so somebody I know would tell me to stop saying cheese. Is everything in frame? Okay, there we go. Everything's in frame. Okay, there's a lot going on here, you guys. A lot. Okay. The Ace of Wands with the new beginnings, right? The new passionate endeavors. The Ace of Cups with the new beginnings in friendship and romance is present, okay? We have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about looking over your work, okay? Reviewing, accounting for, okay? The Five of Swords inverted is about let's see what this. The Five of Swords in the upright is the theft card, okay? So inverted would be either coming out of a situation where someone was stealing from you and they are no longer stealing from you, or this means that you were stealing and you are no longer stealing, that theft was a part of your life and that theft is no longer a part of your life, or that dealing with bullies, theft, violence is something that you were previously involved in and are no longer involved in. Perhaps that's what you went to jail for. Okay? The Tower in the reverse would speak of a lack of imminent present danger. Okay? The Five of Cups is emotional loss, feeling a lack of love. Okay? The Moon is about secrets, and Death is about transitions. Okay? The Eight of Wands inverted is a lack of quick action, a lack of quick movement, a lack of news. Okay? The Ten of Cups in the upright is about familial, the ultimate familial love and support, the ultimate familial abundance, right? The full family, the mom, the dad, the kids, the grandparents, the grandkids, the house, the dog, the white picket fence, the whole 9 yards, okay? The King of Cups inverted is somebody who lacks the emotional support for the people in their lives, okay? They can be somebody who is emotionally manipulative, all right? This can be an abuser, someone who lacks love of self and love of others, okay? The Nine of Cups inverted up here, and then the King of Cups down here, right underneath the Ten of Cups in the upright. What I'm seeing is a lack of love from those around you, a lack of love from the people who you should be able to rely on, but you're not able to rely on those people. Perhaps this is a lack of love of self, okay? Perhaps you were abusing those around you in one way or another. Maybe you were being emotionally, psychologically abusive, okay? Maybe you were being spiritually abusive. Perhaps you were dealing with somebody, collective, who was being emotionally, spiritually, or psychologically abusive. Okay. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in the upright and the Artist inverted. So the Three of Pentacles speaks of quality craftsmanship, teamwork. So the teamwork is perhaps what you're looking at needing to invest in, okay? Perhaps you're needing to invest in the support of others, all right? This can speak of when reviewing your work here, when taking account, right? You're looking at quality craftsmanship of what it is you're reviewing. This can be in the material because it's pentacles, right? So this is something that you're reviewing financially. This is something you're reviewing spiritual wealth, something like that, okay? And then the artist inverted speaks of a lack of creativity, okay? This can be a lack of appreciation for humanity, a lack of respect for humankind, okay? So these can be energies that you are either embodying yourself in part or in whole. Collective, these can be energies that you are dealing with in part or in whole. This can be past, present, future, all right? The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups in the upright speaks of new beginnings in friendship and romance and new passionate endeavors. This can be new business ventures. This can be new relationships. This can be new interests, new hobbies, right? The Seven of Pentacles speaks of reviewing your work that you've put in here in the material. The Three of Pentacles can speak of quality craftsmanship as far as your work is concerned. This can also speak of teamwork against you. This can be a group of people who went up against you, okay? A group of people who lacked respect for your work, lacked respect for you as a human, okay? Perhaps these energies over here who lacked respect for you as a human, who lacked respect for all humanity and the rights that humans hold. This energy is being represented here by the King of Cups inverted, okay? This energy is an emotional abuser. This energy is somebody who would use what they know about you, collective, in order to thwart your success. This is somebody who would use what they know about you, fears, you know, upbringing, stuff like that. This is somebody who would use their knowledge of you in order to abuse you emotionally, such as, you know, this is just an example, telling you that you're not worthy of love, or somebody you grew up with treating you without love, somebody who, like a father figure, who should have shown you love but did not show you the love, right? Somebody who should have respected humanity and you as a human and you as a human creature needing love and respect in order to grow up in a happy, healthy, emotional mindset as well. You were denied this, collective, perhaps, and you were denied this by this energy, the King of Cups, okay? The King of Cups inverted, okay? Over here we have the emotional loss being represented, okay? The lack of self-love, okay? The lack of emotional support over here with the Nine of Cups, the lack of familial emotional support here, and the lack of spiritual inheritance can be somebody who is a spiritual abuser, such as the King of Cups upside down, okay? Death represents a transition. The Moon represents secrets, and the Five of Cups represents emotional loss, okay? So when you are at an emotional loss, when you are feeling sad and depressed, an energy who would use those depressive states against you, or who would use the knowledge of a depressive mindset that you have, or the knowledge of a lack of something when you were growing up. That energy would use that against you. That energy would use the secrets against you. Or perhaps, collective, you are dealing with a situation where you were feeling at an emotional loss due to a lack of emotional love and support from family members growing up, which you deserved but you did not get, which you required but you did not get. And this is a transition period for you. Okay, death is present to indicate the ending of one thing for the beginning of another. Okay, death is not the end. Death is only the beginning, no matter what type of death you're talking about. This can be death of ego. This can be death of romantic relationship. This can be death of the mortal coil. Okay, this can be a death of many meanings here. The Tower, inverted, speaks of a lack of immediate and present danger. So I would take this to mean that, collective, you are not in immediate and present danger, that you actually have new beginnings of friendship and romance on the horizon, and that you actually have new creative endeavors on the horizon. The divisions are present. Okay, the sun is here to illuminate, and the moon is present right underneath as a counterpart to the sun. The moon is only illuminated because the sun shines during the day. Okay, the emperor and the empress are not out here, but the sun and the moon are here. So I take this to mean that there are counterparts present here. This can be a mother figure and a father figure. This can be energies that you are embodying yourself. You can be balancing the light and the dark within yourself, collective. This can be the energy of you bringing in your mate. Okay, this can be the energy of you already currently being in a relationship with your mate. Or this can be the energy of you coming out of a relationship with your mate. Okay, this can represent all and any. Take what resonates, right? Always remember, take what resonates, all right? But what I'm seeing here is a very positive collection of life story energies going on here. I think that we have suffered a lot, collective, emotional loss. We've suffered spiritual bankruptcy. We have suffered from families who did not love us as we deserved, collective. We perhaps have suffered at the hands of a mate who knew a little too much about us, or suffered at the hands of family members who knew too much about us, and instead of protecting those secrets, they used those secrets against us, which unfortunately happens all too often, right? People who derive a sense of superiority from using what they know about others to control them, or to attempt to control them, to attempt to steal from them, stuff like that, to attempt to engage them in activities that would lead them down the wrong path, and then throw them under the bus if something should happen, right? Those energies are predatory. Those are predatory behaviors. You can have predators in your life that you would never expect. Your mother can be a predator. Your father can be a predator. Your husband can be a predator. You can exhibit the behaviors of a predator because you lack emotional support as a child. So you grow up not understanding that you're worthy of love and that others are worthy of love. You can grow up not understanding that humans have value, intrinsic value, and that humans should be respected just as you yourself should be respected, right? This can be something that can be being illuminated to you just now after you have suffered a lot of loss, collective. This can be something that you have understood the entire time. This can be something that you have bore the brunt of, okay? You could have been the black sheep of the family. You could have been the fortunate son. You could have been the golden child that got thrown under the bus when it looked like mommy or daddy was gonna get called up to court for something. you could have been the wife who got abused the entire relationship and then got thrown away like trash when the husband found something younger because they're emotionally abusive, okay? You could have been the husband whose wife was just using you for money the entire time until she bled you dry and now you're broke and then she left you with nothing. Oh, and that kid's not yours too, okay? There are so many situations that people go through, but just understand these things are happening for you and not to you, all right? I'm not going to go into the depths of soul contracts and all of that stuff that you sign before you even get here, okay? What I am going to speak of are learning lessons, okay? Things that happen to us in our life, they happen to us so that we can learn from them. Things that are present in our life are present for us to appreciate them. If we do not appreciate them, then we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to find out where that comes from. That's an unhealed wound. That needs love pouring into it, okay? What I see present here are members of the collective who have gone through the ringer, members of the collective who have made mistakes, members of the collective who have paid debts to society, members of the collective who have been the fortunate son, members of the collective who have been the abuser, members of the collective who have been the abused, okay? I see the whole spectrum going on here. I also see members of the collective who have really gone through it, like really gone through it. Grown up in families that didn't love them, grown up in families that showed them disrespect at every turn, okay? But I also see here the sun illuminating the current reality that we have new beginnings in life. Okay, we have new passionate endeavors in life. We have new relationships in life. We have new friends in life. We have new romance in life. We have a sense of self-love. We have a sense of love for others. We have new creative endeavors. We have new passions on the horizon. There's always something new and fun to look forward to. Life is not over. As long as you have breath in you, life is not over. Okay? I see a lack of immediate present danger. I see transitions. I see past emotional abuse of self or of others. And I see those others having had a lack of respect for humanity entirely. And that probably stems from their childhood, and that is an issue they need to deal with. That's a them problem, not a you problem, collective, okay? And if it is a you problem, that is an issue that you need to deal with. But it looks like collective, whatever issues you have had, you are either currently dealing with right now, as in you're being honest with yourself, you're being introspective, you're being truthful, you're taking the me time to understand the reality of the situation that you either found yourself in, that you were born into, or that you put yourself in. And you're holding yourself accountable, okay? You're dreaming your dreams. You're enjoying the things that you enjoy. You're having a blasé attitude to the people who abused you in your life. You're having an unbothered attitude to the people who abused you in your life, because that's how you starve out narcissists, is with ignoring them. You ignore hate and you feed love. You kill them with kindness, okay? That's what you do. That's what you do in life. You love yourself, you love others, you forgive yourself, you forgive others, you starve hate, and you feed love. Love begins within, respect begins within, then you can project that outwards. Because whatever is going on within is what you're going to project outwards. So make sure that your wounds are healed. Make sure you identify where your wounds are. Make sure you identify what your traumas are. And deal with them. And it looks like that's what you've been doing. This is a beautiful message, you guys. I love y'all. Bye.